Beautiful people.
Hello there.
How are you? My name is Ramon.
I am Tuan.
The Microsoft Surface 3.
I like.
I'm trying to find a reason to get this thing.
Yeah, I have too many freaking devices.
I know it's tough for you because you got the 2520.
I have the Sony.
You got the Vio.
And I have my desktop. Like
so,
my girl, someone's going to curse me out for buying that.
It's hard for you to justify, and you're thinking about an 8-inch or 7-inch tablet too.
Yeah.
Damn, son, you're screwed. It's hard for you to prove your point.
Yeah. You know what? If something breaks, well, there you have it. That's valid enough.
Oh man! So let's get into it. We'll do a rundown on the specs.
No friggin' prices. Oh, let's go.
Oh man, I just got a notification from Microsoft Jobs. How about that?
Whoa.
Yeah. So let's run down the specs. First, we got the display coming home with a 12-inch clear type Full HD display.
That's clear type. That's what Nokia was running.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was interesting that was the literature there.
Yeah.
The resolution is
2160 by 1440, aka 2K.
That's the marketing term for it these days.
Yeah.
Because 4K is the next big one, so why not have a small thing at half of that?
I knew that was coming.
It's coming. The aspect ratio
3.2.
Excuse me. Sorry.
3.2 aspect ratio,
which is very important. It's down from a 16:9.
Yeah.
So to understand this, like it may feel like you're losing something here because we've been used to that on the Windows tablets, and I've grown to like it. But the problem is, if you use it for reading, like you turn it sideways,
right,
it looks silly. It's like this long.
Right.
Whereas an iPad, which is 3:2 ratio, it's proportioned like a piece of paper. So ultimately, I think a 3:2 ratio is better for productivity.
No.
So 3:2 ratio. The battery up to 9 hours of life. They're claiming.
Touch.
What? Oh yeah, the multi-touch.
Multi-touch.
Yeah, some insane level of is it 10-point touch or something? I can't.
Isn't that like you're like using all of your fingers on there? Yes. Touch me.
But they always did a good job at that functionality in there anyway.
Definitely. 9 hours of web browsing battery life.
And from the reviews that I've seen, they said it holds up. It holds up. Current generation i5s in this thing we'll get to in a second. So the battery life is definitely good to go.
Is an i5 in it?
It's anything from an i5 to an i7.
Oh god.
It's a range. Wireless wise, you got your usual suspects here, your Wi-Fi, AC, BG9, Bluetooth 4.0, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. You got a lot of those let's talk to those devices that they got going on, which is good. I like it. The health stuff, that was big. The pen, they redesigned the pen.
Yeah, it's a brand new looking. It doesn't come with it?
It does come with it.
Okay.
It doesn't come with the keyboard, but it comes with the pen.
Oh, that works.
256 levels of pressure sensitivity, which is down. It was more before because they had the Wacom technology. But the deal with the pen is they didn't use Wacom. They used excuse me, I forgot the exact name of it. But they were able to replicate almost a one-to-one feel with the pen. So if I had like where's my DS? I think my DS is upstairs. If I show you like my DS and you write,
go and get it,
and you write with it, you see there's like a lag from where you press the pen until where you're writing. So they were able to get it down to where it feels almost instantaneous, which means now it feels more natural for like writing and drawing.
I'll check my Sony.
Sony's got it. It's got the slight lag to
it's
it.
Very slight,
right? But you see, you wouldn't notice it when you're using it. We're not artists.
Well, excuse me, sir.
But you're talking about you haven't drew up your masterpiece.
Yeah. Nah. So, first of all, I wouldn't draw anything on well, I'm going to use this terminology, digitized paper, because it's unorganic.
Right.
All right. I paper and pencil, pen, whatever the case may be.
But this type of move that they did with the they call it parallax, that lag. getting rid of the parallax and giving you some pressure sensitivity. They're trying to really bridge the gap between, those who say, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah, Apple uses parallax, right?
No, Apple does not have anything pen input.
No, don't they call that parallax?
Apple needs a slap.
Yeah.
That stupid 3D thing on the, no.
Yeah, no.
Camera-wise, continues to be a joke, as will all tablets. Don't let me catch you taking pictures with your tablets, people. 5 megapixel camera in the back and the front. Nothing much. I think the speakers are now Dolby.
It's a hold on,
not Dolby Digital.
It's a 5 megapixel front and rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not terribly impressive, but what are you gonna do? These things are like more for Skype.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, it should work. The speakers are Dolby Audio enhanced.
They probably ran with the Windows enhanced sound on it as well.
Maybe, I don't know what they're doing with this thing.
Very likely.
In terms of ports, you get a full-size USB 3. Take that.
Mm-hmm.
Every other tablet, you get your micro SD reader. You get your headset jack, mini display port for your push out to different monitors.
Mm-hmm.
A cover port and charger port. Simple enough. Your sensors, the ambient light sensor, which controls the screen brightness and automatic.
Yep.
Accelerometer,
gyroscope,
whatever the hell that last one is, sir.
That is a
what is that?
Okay.
What is that?
It says magnetometer.
Is this like a fake compass? Like what is that?
Listen.
Okay.
We are at a loss at this point.
So now we get to the design. This is the really, I was so proud of Microsoft for this.
Mm-hmm.
And they did their whole thing in the presentation on how they produced the smallest fan ever. Because these are i-Core chips. You can't not have these fanless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's tough. So they went ham on the design here. This thing is it weighs 1.76 pounds.
It's down.
Amazing. Yes, down.
The
down.
Pro.
Yes, and it's like 800 something millimeters thick. Like, it's a little thicker than my Dell Venue Pro.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing for a full i-Core 3 to 7 device. I can't tell you, they went ham on the design with this thing. I was really impressed. In terms of the options you get, I like what they did here. So, you can get anything from an i-Core 3 to an i-Core 5 to an i7 processor. These are big boy processors here.
Yes, they are.
Likewise, the i3 comes with 64 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM, $700. The i5 version starts at 128 gigs of storage, 4 gigs of RAM, $1,000. The other i5,
I want that one.
256 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM.
No, I'll take that one.
$1,300.
Well, hold on. These are i5s.
These are i5s.
What does the i7?
The i7s now, the first one is 256 gigs, 8 gigs of RAM, $1,550. Pricey, that's pricey. And the other i7 is 512 of storage, 8 gigs of RAM, and $2,000. Well, $1,950, but that's $2,000.
Yeah, taxes.
That's pricey.
Right up.
Now, let's put it in retrospect. When Microsoft's thing here, and I wanna challenge you guys on how you perceive products. And this is how we around here we review products. Very rarely do I compare. I don't like to, do a review on this phone and mention that phone. Like, no. You want to know about this phone, forget it all. How I review products and how I judge and perceive products is what I'm told this product is about. You get what I mean? So, whatever the person selling me is saying, no, here's what's special about it. This is what I'm looking for. You sold me the hype. Let me see if it lives up to it. Like the Motorola X. They never said anything about this phone being super fast. They said, no, this is a very clean vanilla experience. and it has OK Google, and it runs very fluid. It's not convoluted. So no, that's fine. That's what that phone deserved praise because it is what they said it was. Right. Here's Microsoft saying, this thing here, this Surface Pro 3 does two things. It replaces your laptop and it replaces your tablet. So for those of you who are tired of walking around with both, here you go. So now we have to, this is a weird space. This almost doesn't exist today. Right? It kind of did with the Surface 2, but it was so thick, it was like, that doesn't replace my tablet.
Right.
Now it's like, that replaces my tablet. So
512 gigs.
You look at it,
RAM.
Yeah, you look at it from the perspective of, well, the highest up model is $2,000 versus Apple's highest up iPad is $1,000. Well, yes, but then you also have to take into account, like, this is not an A5 processor. This is an iCore 7 with 8 gigs of RAM, with a pen included. This is the most productive tablet you can find on the market. That's
Pretty
it.
Much.
That's it. We're talking Photoshop, Lightroom. We're talking Premiere. You want to edit video, whatever you want to do, this thing's got it.
I'm selling my Sony right now.
Then you come to something like your Sony, the Vaio, the Ultrabook. It has to replace that as well. How much did you pay for your Ultrabook?
I'm going to say somewhere around 17.
You paid 17. How much gigs of RAM?
It's 8 gigs of RAM.
Processor?
i7.
There you go. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then they
and it's worlds lighter than.
It's worlds lighter.
That's world lighter than my
yeah.
I can't carry that around. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So they did a really good job here. And there's some new stuff like the hinges on the thing goes all the way back to give it a nice rest. Mm-hmm. This keyboard now snaps up. When you have it connected, it can snap up to the screen to give it like a angled wedge. Mm-hmm. That's dope. There's a lot that they did around it that I think is just like, it's so admirable to see them like not give up. And I don't know if a lot of people pay attention to Microsoft, but they're not one to give up.
Yeah.
Like, they will make it right. It may take an iteration or two, just like the Xbox 360, and now the Xbox One. Like, they'll get it right.
Yeah.
And this is it. It may not be 100%. I've seen some really good perspectives out there that it's not quite there yet, and that's fine. But this is really
how much closer to there could an i7?
Well, not so much from the performance. Some people like. What were some of the complaints? They were very like minuscule points, but they were points. Like, people were nitpicking at it, but by and large, people are like, "Oh shit, this is what Microsoft said it is." But it's not one of those things where you have to have it yet.
Right.
You know, if you happen to be on the market for a laptop, there's no reason not to look at this. Like Lappability, that was one of them. That was a Microsoft. You know, they coined it. Panos was the VP of devices. So no, I forgot what the hell he's the VP of. But anyway, he was the one presenting, and his word was Lappability. So that's why they made it's more rigid.
Right.
It's stronger to work in your lap, that angle. But it's still not there yet. But it still works better than it did before, and it's got its, there's things that make it not the perfect product.
I don't really see people putting an iPad in their lap and typing.
No.
So iPad has zero lappability.
Yeah, and then one of the things for me is the keyboard doesn't come with this thing. So you still got to buy the keyboard for $130, which, by the way, they improved the touchpad. It's bigger and whatnot now. But I don't like that. They got to find a way to get the keyboard in there.
Right. Especially for, the Surface 2, what was it? When you bought the high-end
It came with the keyboard. Right.
I don't know if they're doing this at this point.
But they should.
Yeah. I think for the price, like, really, how much do you stand to lose giving a keyboard as opposed to
that's my point.
It?
If I'm spending $2,000,
give me the
I want everything.
Yeah.
I want everything. Yeah. So I think they really knocked it out the park here, and I'm really excited. One of the other things that didn't happen, and we had a brief conversation about this, and this is why we didn't do the Surface video. People talking about rumors. If we'd have done this video before, we would have looked like jackasses. Because the whole big thing was, the Surface Mini is going to be announced, and there was no Surface Mini, and now everyone's like, So it's starting to come out that Microsoft had it ready, but they didn't feel like, they felt like it'd be like a Me Too device to the iPad Mini, and that's not what they want to do. Which I think is dope, because they're doing a lot of that with their products, like Cortana.
Right.
Remember they said before, like, we had a Siri-like thing ready a long time ago, but we didn't think like it was anything special versus what was on the market already.
And I use Cortana all the time.
So you see, like, let them, and this is how Apple used to be. It'll be ready when it's ready. You get what I'm saying? Like, no rush, no fuss, baby. So anyway, I think they did a really good job on this. I can't justify it, because I'm still using my ThinkPad here, X220, Windows 8.
I don't think you need that ThinkPad anymore with that i7. Sorry.
Well, I have an i5 in this with 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm completely fine. And then I have my 8-inch tablet, and then I have my monster desktop at home. I can't validate this. I can't. Yeah. I want to, but I can't.
It's like you walk into a Microsoft store, a place that sells Microsoft products, and you're like, can you unsell me what I have and sell me this? You know, it's like, you know.
Yeah. They did a good job. Leave me in the comments, man. Let us know how you feel.
Yes, sir.
I want to know, if you plan to buy it, I want to know why you're going to buy it. What your current your current device loadout is like.
Or if you even have one, because kudos to you if you don't have a new device.
Yes.
Because
you rocked out with that Dell for a long time.
Yeah.
Go back, people, to like our first, like, what, 30 videos?
Yeah, that Dell.
He had a Dell.
And it's still rocking. So my girl uses it. My girl uses that. It's running Windows.
Shout out to the Dell.
Yeah, RC.
Still.
Yes.
Microsoft didn't cut that? Wow. Good job.
Still, it still rocks on.
It'll rock till it dies, baby.
Yep.
Oh, man. My name is Ramon.
I am Tuan.
We out of here, man.
Peace.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon. Quick reminder, check out the website, man. Oh, we've got so much content over there for you. Fashion, technology, cars, everything auto, entertainment, tons of new music. Every week we drop new content. And of course, you've got the editorials, whatever's trending. Hey, lifestylesdefined.com. Make sure you check that out. And while you're at it, don't forget about Ignorant Gamers, everything gaming. That's how big gaming was to us. We just had to separate it. So you got your PlayStation, you got your Xbox, your PC, and even something in there for you Nintendo people. Tons of reviews, tons of gameplay, articles, blogs. Check us out, ignorantgamers.com, lifestylesdefined.com. I'm out of here. Peace.